Hey guys, I wanted to make a speed test comparison here between the original Nexus 7 on the right and the 2013 Nexus 7 on the left. Now in terms of the hardware, the original Nexus 7 came with a 1.3 GHz quad-core processor, the Tegra 3. The 2013 Nexus 7 comes with a 1.5 GHz quad-core processor, the S4 Pro. Don't forget, the Nexus 7 2013 does have a higher resolution display, so that will make a difference. It has more pixels to push over the original Nexus 7, but then it has a stronger processor and stronger GPU, so it should level out. But let's go ahead and see what happens. Now, I'll start this off by doing some app opening speed tests, and then I'll probably move over to some benchmarks. I know app opening speed test really isn't the best way to kind of show you how it does, but it's pretty much the only way I can show you the improvement and the real world performance. So you can see here I've got nothing in the memory for either device. So here we go guys, and I'm going to start off with Google Chrome. I'll try and hit these as accurately as possible, but don't forget there may be some degree of inaccuracy. Can't really help that. So yeah, here we go. 2013 is done. Original Nexus 7 just behind. I think the transition was first on the 2013 as well. Not miles behind, but it was behind. We'll leave everything in memory. We'll move on to YouTube. Felt identical. The original was actually finished first and on actually loading the feed compared to the 2013 here, but that could be down to the network. Move on to Google Maps. Transitions are identical, but you can see there the 2013 just loads up the app that much faster than the original. Google Play Store. 2013 ahead again. What else we got here? Google Plus. Pretty much identical. That was really too tight to tell. I could not tell. The screen is just, when you put these two side by side, you can definitely see the screen difference. This Nexus 7 2013 just blows it out the water. Google Currents. Done over here. And we've actually gone to a slightly different page here. We've gone into the news category, so that was slightly a bit unfair. But you can see the Nexus 2013 did load up Currents very quickly and pulled in all this information as well. What do we have? Google Play Music, we'll do that on. Pretty much identical again, but the 2013 just seemed to have finished loading over the original a little bit faster. We've got Dolphin browser here. 2013's done, just followed by the original. Do we have anything else? We've got Hangouts. We'll do Hangouts. Again, just in front of the 2013. You can see that the transitions are pretty much identical. They're both obviously running Android 4.3. They're very quick with the transitions. In terms of the general kind of scrolling through your home pages, I should note the Nexus 2013 here, I am using the Nova launcher, so it's a custom launcher, so it may be a little bit quicker. But when you do have them and when you play with both of them, you will notice the Nexus 2013 just doesn't lag. It just really doesn't. The transitions are smooth all the time. I haven't seen any lag from it. It's really cool, really nice. The original, you can see sometimes the animation just slows down a little bit. You don't get any of that on this Nexus 7. So that's definitely an improvement there. You could easily tell the difference in terms of speed when you're actually using both devices next to each other. I don't know how evident it is coming through the camera, but it is when you use them both. Now, the 2013 has 2 GB of internal memory and the original has 1. So let's check out the multitasking here. You can see it had to load up a little bit more there, whereas the 2013 just kind of did it straight away. We'll get rid of Tapper Talk. So they're both level, and we'll go through some of this multitasking. 2013 was first. You could see that. Pretty much identical. Google Play Music. Hangouts. Just in front again, the 2013. There's not that much difference between them. You can see it has to kind of reload the original there. The 2013 didn't. Play Store. Identical, no difference there whatsoever. Currents. Again, it is quicker. It just seems to fire through a little bit quicker and even go into the multitasking menu a little bit quicker as well. Easily quicker there, but then the 2013 had to reload, so that was actually kind of close. I didn't really know there. Kind of interesting. Let's go right to the top and do Chrome. identical again. So really there's not much difference there, but it is a little bit quicker in terms of multitasking over here with its 2 gigabytes of RAM over the original, but not that much difference as you might expect. But like I said, the difference is much more evident in real life probably than over this video. It is faster. It is just a better device than the original. It is pretty evident when you're using it. Let's move on to some benchmarks. So we've got a Geekbench here. We'll run Geekbench on both. You can see there that slightly laggy transition, and it was behind. We didn't have that laggy transition at all on the Nexus 7 2013. Strangely enough, you can see that this is actually counted as a Tegra 3. It's plain wrong. It's not a Tegra 3. But let's run the benchmark. I don't know if you can see this, guys, but the white difference between these two displays is really evident. White on the 2013 looks white. On the original, it looks a little bit creamy, a little bit yellow. So I know I go on about the screen a lot on these on the 2013, but it really is astounding. So let's see how it does in Geekbench. We are expecting the 2013 to do quite a bit better than the original here. And the 2013 is done. You can see that it scored 2,672, which is a pretty good score actually. Original Nexus 7 is still going, so we'll just hit over to compare while it's doing that. And you can see your device is above the Nexus 10, above the Nexus 4, the Note 2. It hasn't got the newer devices like the HTC One and Galaxy S4. But you can see there it's doing pretty well. And if we go over to here we go, the original is done now, and it's got 1,424. So the Nexus 7 2013 is scoring quite a bit above the original Nexus 7 2013. I'm not sure we're seeing that much of a difference in terms of the performance between the two, especially in the kind of app opening speeds, which you're probably not going to see, but in terms of like gaming and stuff like that, you will definitely see it. But in terms of normal use, you won't see that much of a big difference. But you can definitely see there the Nexus 7 2013 is the stronger device. We'll run a different benchmark. We should have Antutu over here. So here we go. I didn't actually have Antutu, but I've quickly downloaded it. So let's do a quick app opening speed test with this. 2013 is just in front. And ready. We had to open it first here, but let's just hit test and start test. I just wanted to show you this bit, guys, because you saw that I started the 2013 a little bit behind the original Nexus, and it has actually overtaken it, and we've gone into the graphics test before the original has. I'm just going to speed up the graphics test so you can actually kind of see what the FPS difference is. So yeah, enjoy it. So here we go with the results, guys. You can see the Nexus 2013 comes in with 18,262 versus the original's 12,849. So there is quite a big gap there. And yeah, there you have it. You can see the detailed scores if you're interested. You can also see the difference in the screen resolution, which is kind of huge. And you will note that even though this has a much higher screen resolution, it still gets much better in 2D and 3D scores over the original. So gaming is going to be a lot better on this Nexus 7 2013 over the original. And the last benchmark I want to run, guys, is actually the graphics benchmark, the 3D mark. So let's do that. Okay, guys, and the results are in. You can see the original Nexus 7 is on the top, the 2013 is on the bottom. Something kind of strange happened with the original while I was running the test. It bugged out 2 or 3 times. I'm not sure why, but you can see it scored 1,880 versus the Nexus 7 2013 6,637. So a big difference there. Now, we actually only need to look at the Nexus 7 2013 here, and the reason is, if I just zoom in here for you guys, because it's a Nexus 7, the software here, the 3D Mark, actually thinks these scores should be compared to the original Nexus 7. So you can see here the bracket scores being 11.8. That is actually the score that the original Nexus 7 should get. So we can compare it really easily. So you can see the graphics test 1 is 31.1 over the original Nexus 7's 11.8. Graphics test 2, 22.3 over 9.3 FPS. And the physics test is 34.9 versus 21.8. So you can see the FPS is a hell of a lot better on the 2013 version over the original Nexus 7. Not to mention what my original Nexus 7 got, which was actually worse than average. You can see here, graphics test 1, 7.3 FPS instead of the 11 that it should be getting. No idea why that is, but you can see there is a massive improvement in gaming performance on the 2013 model. So yeah, we'll just zoom out here again. And let's put these back. So you can see there, pretty much Google has improved everything. Everything to do with pretty much anything with these two tablets. The Nexus 7 2013 is just the overall better device. It's the faster device, better screen, better hardware. Just everything about it is better. And when you kind of play with it, and if you've got the original Nexus 7 and you've got the 2013, you'll know exactly what I'm saying. There is a big difference between these two. In terms of the real world performance, yes, we didn't see that much difference in terms of the app opening speed, but you will notice a big difference in terms of the gaming and the general fluidity of the OS. There is quite a big difference there. So yeah, peace out.